Hello everyone, and welcome to today's opportunity briefing for DataCore. Today we will discuss the benefits of partnering with DataCore and how you can increase sales and grow your business by taking virtualization to the third dimension. My name is Don Grease. I am the Manager of Business Development and Vendor Programs here at Lifeboat Distribution. And with me today from DataCore is Betty Grant. Betty oversees operations and distribution for DataCore. And we are always delighted to team up with Betty to talk about the great opportunity in the DataCore Partner Program for our resellers who are looking for, a way to make more money, a way to grow their business, and for a way to find opportunity in that virtualized storage solution space. So today's presentation will address the overall value proposition of partnering with DataCore, and you're going to see the benefits to you, to your company, how you can make money, how you can increase margins by partnering with that great team over at DataCore, and how you can extend your virtualization practice to grow your deals and win more business. I just have a couple of bases to cover before I turn the presentation over to Betty. And the first one is that we're going to have a little fun at the end of Betty's presentation. I have some questions that I'm prepared to ask you all. And we're going to give away some great prizes. We have $50 gift cards, and we have a certificate for half off of DCIE training and certification here at Lifeboat Distribution. DCIE training and certification is the training that you need to sell professional services along with your DataCore software. So if you want to reap the rewards of implementing Sand Symphony V, then please pay attention, because there's going to be an opportunity for you to win that or win a $50 gift card at the end of the presentation. In addition to that, you will also have your opportunity to ask any questions that you would like to ask, and you can do that by entering them into the chat panel on the right-hand side of the screen, or the Q&A area on the right side of the screen. Once I get through my little Q&A where I have the fun asking you the questions, we will answer all of your questions, or at least as many as we have time for. Okay. The last thing I wanted to mention is that if you are going to be attending the Lifeboat Partner Summit, which is 1 week from today in Atlantic City, New Jersey, I want you to please stop by booth number 314 and meet Betty in person. DataCore is going to be there. They're going to be ready to talk to you more about their partner program, about how Lifeboat and DataCore works together, about Sand Symphony V, and the opportunity that you have not only to sell that solution but provide those professional services. All right, so I've gone through everything I needed to tee up, and so at this time I'm really pleased to turn it over to Betty Grant. And Betty, just give me a second here. And once again, welcome, Betty, and you can go ahead. Take it away.
All right, Don, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time today. I will try to be brief. I will try to give you some what I deem as important data, but it'll all be dependent upon you, whether you do with this information after you have received it. So I want everybody to just clear your mind, and I want to get you in the right frame of mind, and I'm going to start by asking you a couple of questions. Is your virtualization practice only two-dimensional? And do you think that puts you at a competitive disadvantage? While you're thinking about that, I'm going to ask you the next question. If you are not virtualizing your customer storage, who is? And this is what we bring to the table, is that you have virtualization projects that DataCore can immediately help you with today. Think of us as your ticket to the third dimension. Now, guys, please make sure that you don't take this the wrong way. Each of your customers have their favorite disk manufacturer. Many of the products undoubtedly come with some kind of device-specific virtualization, but I'm talking about a bigger opportunity. Virtualizing your infrastructure across all makes and models of storage device in a manner that is device independent and puts to use equipment already in place In other words, standard software and services that you learn once and propose in every one of your virtualization projects. Okay? I think that sounds intriguing, so I want you to grab your ticket and let's go to the third dimension, because we want to show you how we can help you win deals, make money, and retain your clients. Okay. 9 out of 10 of our customers, our partners, and that you're our customers, they tell us that they include DataCore because we're an essential element of their software portfolio for 3 reasons. One is to overcome storage-related obstacles that stall virtualization deals. And if you don't know what I mean by that, is that, you know, when the customers talk about virtualizing servers, desktop, when you talk about storage, because it's such a costly part of the solution, they stall and say no, because they don't want to talk about ripping and replacing what they have, right? And the second part of that is DataCore allows you to speed the adoption and standardization of virtualized infrastructure. And I'm going to talk more in depth about that in one of my next slides. But you know what? The last one is the reason why you're here today. And that is because increase their share of the wallet. And so we're going to go through these and learn how you can begin virtualizing your customer storage to generate even more handsome profits. So all partners are having problems encountering new stress points put on them by storage infrastructure. Everybody's on the virtualization bandwagon. It's a strategic IT initiative, number 1. Number 2, they have disk innovation. We got solid state drive. We got SATA, SAS, iSCSI, fiber channel. We got flash drive. We got everything. You know what? Every month a new disk manufacturer is popping up with a new way, you know, my flash drive this versus that, you know, solid state this versus that. And then we have the big data. And that exacerbates storage problem along with the private cloud. It stimulates the demand for dynamic storage infrastructure. And you know what? We sure like to understand how these trends are impacting your go-to-market plans. We, DataCore, can help you define what role we play in transforming those challenges that you're experiencing today into golden opportunity. You know what? The market is getting big and bigger every time we talk about it. This year, IDC and Gartner Storage said that storage software was going to be greater than $13 billion, okay? And we want to help you reach some of that money and also pile on with your professional service, because that's required when you are doing a DataCore installation. Now, this is our vision. So this is a little bit of a public service announcement for DataCore. It's to be the global leader in innovative software solution, enabling enterprises to gain the maximum business benefit from virtualized and cloud-based infrastructure. That's our single focus, but maximizing the business benefit that customers and partners reap from using our product. So you're included in our vision. Now, DataCore, just so you know, we are a 100% channel-based company, right? And we've doubled our sales over the last 3 years. Most of you don't know because you're probably not selling DataCore, but every time we sell $1 of DataCore, it generates 5 to 10 or more dollars to partner. You know why? Because he is needed for hardware, because we're just software, for services, for training, and for consulting. And guys, this is where you see the advantage of DataCore. When I'm talking about take that ticket and let's go forward. We've invested heavily to fuel your success, both domestically and internationally. I don't know if you know, we're an international company, but we have company-wide marketing alliance engineering support. We're global in our sales and marketing. And we have programs for you to co-brand together and partner-ready programs. And we're focused. Notice, you're going to hear this a lot, focus on removing the sales obstacles that you encounter by simplifying entry-level deployments and extending higher-end capabilities in the enterprise. Now, if I get to talking too fast, because I really get excited about this, let Don know that I'm going too fast, or I get real passionate and I just talk too quickly. So I want to make sure you get this, right? So I'm going to share a little bit about this slide with you. Let's spend a few minutes explaining what we do and how we do, and how it relates to your current server and desktop virtualization efforts. If you are VMware, Citrix, or Microsoft, which one of those partners that you choose to use for desktop and server virtualization, guys, DataCore gives you a common desktop experience across a variety of desktop devices, from full PCs to thin customers, okay? And so it doesn't matter today. If you like Microsoft, you can use Hyper-V. If you like VMware, you can use ESX, or if you like Citrix, you can use Xen. DataCore is going to be there with you at the end, okay? Server virtualization enables customers to workloads to migrate, okay, to load balance and fail over between dissimilar physical servers without being concerned on each platform's unique hardware characteristics. Here's the thing. The health and performance of those virtual servers and desktop is completely dependent on the storage subsystem that they share. Any slowdowns or disruptions in accessing disks ripple across the entire virtual infrastructure. It affects far more application and users than when they were on an isolated physical machine with their own private drives. Think about that for a second. This is where DataCore comes into play. Virtualizing your storage infrastructure, your resources, to maximize availability, performance, and utilization. Consider this. If you don't virtualize your client storage from the outset, someone else will. For that very reason, we urge you to extend your virtualization practice to the third dimension by applying virtualization principles you use on servers and desktop to storage. One of the things that we try to do with our product is to help you, Mr. VAR, to overcome the big storage-related roadblocks, be there downtime, I/O bottlenecks, complexity, or untenable acquisition costs. And that one we've seen a lot of customers experience because they get acquired and they're trying to merge two different infrastructures together. But DataCore can help you with that. For us, it's all about fulfilling the client's basic expectation from storage. Always making sure that his disks are accessible, providing applications with a fast response time, allowing for rapid, effortless expansion when you got to add more drives, and the more subjective need for flexibility on how they juggle all of their assets to meet their SLAs and keep costs down. And that's a big factor for a lot of customers because they have an SLA that they can't meet unless they are paying more. Most companies tend to approach these two ways. And so some of them throw more hardware at the problem, only to find that that gets really super expensive. And it's also disruptive. Needless to say, DataCore, we recommend a far more practical solution. So I want you to ask yourself another question. Which route have you been taking? More hardware or a practical software solution? Let's take a look. So more and more of your colleagues report that they've had a tough time in the last 2 years, selling major storage overhaul to meet availability and performance goals. There are customers who were really quite excited about getting on the virtualized bandwagon, virtualizing their servers and desktop, and suddenly they just come to a screeching halt when it comes to ripping out their existing storage. They can't justify to the CFO that they need to retrofit to achieve that well-performing, highly available shared SAN. Lost business, time wasted. Or worse, resellers end up compromising business continuity and speed to meet a price point, only to lose the customer after suffering major slowdown and application outage. We don't want you to lose a customer or have a bad reputation. Now I want to talk about a case in point. This is a live transaction that we're going to do to help illustrate the point. This municipality is in Connecticut, and it set aside a reasonable amount of money to virtualize their infrastructure. It's a mixed group of 40 different application servers. And they were shocked when they heard the dollars related for the storage-related portion that they were going to need to spend. It chewed up almost their budget. And this glaring discrepancy brought that project to a screeching halt. I could even hear the tires screeching out. No way, we're not going to do that. Instead of ripping out and replacing all the disks that they had and trying different workarounds to keep the SAN from becoming a single point of failure, another VAR came in and selected DataCore Software to pull the customer's existing assets into a highly available shared storage configuration. Remember, if you're not virtualizing your customer's infrastructure, somebody else will, right? So this helped this customer to keep within his funding limits, and he improved on the more expensive proposal by automatically mirroring the data to a co-location facility 10 miles away. Now, when he completed phase one, guess what? He invited that solution provider to come back to replicate his mission-critical volumes to a distant disaster recovery site using the same DataCore software. Since then, that VAR has been into selling new storage hardware and driving the additional storage and software licenses, and it's a continual flow for that VAR of high margin, professional service, license revenues, and maintenance renewal that makes storage virtualization engagement particularly appealing to solutions providers such as yourself. So think about this. If you're not virtualizing your customer's infrastructure, somebody else is or will. Now, this is just one example of organizations, large and small, that have chosen DataCore Storage Hypervisor to accelerate their virtualization effort. Now, we have over 20,000 deployments, so this is just really a small sample. But you can go to our website and learn more at www.datacore.com. So earlier when we talked about how DataCore fits into your virtualization, private cloud, and big data, all of those projects at the beginning and throughout subsequent stages of your customer's adoption, here's what we bring to the table. They started out small. They did test and development, so it didn't cost them as much, and they got a look and feel, and it was early adoption because they saw the value of DataCore. So the next thing, they moved it to the consolidation and a production rollout, and guess what? DataCore effectively tackled their risk mitigation and disaster recovery, the objectives that they had head on, and we showed the value of our product. And that paved the way for the company to standardize on DataCore. And that's how we can help you generate margin, revenue, and service from your third dimensional practice. Guys, it doesn't matter if you are a large enterprise, mid-size, or small business. Everyone has the same need. And we just want to say to you, think of your customer, do the responsible thing. take a look at the capabilities and commercial advantages that DataCore Storage Hypervisor software brings. And do it before your customer spends another nickel on more disk. You don't have to look any further than your active list that you have of your virtualization prospect to recognize a candidate for DataCore software. Whether you are pursuing a small server consolidation job or they have a major VDI initiative, we are a perfect fit. And I don't use the word perfect very often, but we are a perfect fit. And this is the same approach. Our same approach works with physical machines as well. So we're not just limited to virtualizing their infrastructure. This next slide is just an idea of a margin breakdown for a large account, the large accounts that are itemized in this table. If you want to learn more about the revenue and stuff like that, talk to your lifeboat rep. They'll be happy to explain that to you. I just want to give you an idea. This is where we talk about the margin aspect of DataCore. And this is how, these are the services opportunities. So you get certified on DataCore. Lifeboat is a training center, so you definitely want to talk to them about their next training class and becoming a DCIE. First you start with the DCSP. That's online. That's the sales professional. Then you go to the one-day class of the DCSA, the solutions architect, and then talk to your Lifeboat rep about the DCIE class that Lifeboat offers. Each one of these opportunities are what you need to help your customer do a complete virtualized infrastructure, and you'll be able to do it right the first time, every time. Now I want to give you an example of a healthcare deployment at New York Presby. And this is representative of enterprise class configuration. You may or may not be aware, but they outgrew their data center in uptown Manhattan, and they extended it across into New Jersey. Now, they run those two locations as hot sites. It allows them to maintain nearly 100% availability, enabled seamless migration, and offered ongoing scale out over the past 10 years that they've been using DataCore software. And if anybody is ready to buy and they need to have a testimonial, these are one of the individuals that will give them a testimonial about what DataCore has done for them over the past 10 years. Now, here's a very typical mid-size account. We've estimated that the sales cycles takes anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks. And these are the margins that you get. But contact your Lifeboat rep to learn more about them. But if you think about DataCore software and the lead registration combined for a total of about 30 points, and that's a lucrative business. Now you add on your professional sales and services. This animation, I hope, if I can do it correctly, will help you understand how we reduce costs and facilitate the transition to a fully virtualized environment by taking advantage of the equipment the customer already has in place. So you'll see on this, we're going to use this existing assets. Now you can get a better technical feel for the solution, starting with the most common configuration, which are synchronously mirrored across a pair of dedicated Windows servers. And those, we do dedicated pair for redundancy. We have thousands of these installations are in use, spanning the globe, customers large and small, and the enterprise customers sometimes have 5 to 6 nodes. Note how the software leverages all the disk resources at your customer's disposal, incorporating both direct attach and fan-capable storage in the physical pool. Those in place today, whatever he has today, and those that will replace them in the future. It's that easy. It's that seamless. Caching disk operations improve application performance while offloading the back-end devices. You know what? Think about it, how the web caches accelerate internet requests, for multiple customers. Everybody's on the same website trying to buy at the same time. That's what we do, just that performance. But to the host, the disk look like it's well-behaved. We send it to Charm School. It knows exactly what to do, when to do it, so it always behaves as a well-behaved disk. Now, for customers needing safeguards outside the city, you can asynchronously replicate their most critical virtual disk to a DataCore node at their disaster recovery site. Now, the beauty of this, you can use completely different storage and servers at either end. All three do not have to match. No two have to match. And that's the beauty of DataCore, because with all of our features, no matter what the server is, DataCore features can work on any one of those disparate servers or storage, right? And we virtualize and we mitigate the risk that people are experiencing with their VDI projects. So just so that you know, I'm not the only person who believes this. So ESG Lab tested the configuration before and after. You can find this information on our website. You can contact somebody at ESG. But they measured a 5x boost in the number of exchange users that the newly virtualized and fully redundant infrastructure could support. 5x. And they discovered, guess what, a 6x turbocharge effect for file-serving workloads. Read for yourself. Don't just take my word. And I hope somebody was surprised by these numbers, because most people are unfamiliar with DataCore, and they expect to see a decrease in speed, figuring that the software layer would add some delays. Guess what? We're even more impressive. The same hardware was used in both scenarios. So go to our website and you can check this out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. So some of the features that we have, high-speed caching and synchronous mirroring, are just a couple of the features built into DataCore Storage Hypervisor. These integrated functions operate across unlike and mutually incompatible devices. Think about this. Doesn't matter what the device is, because everybody has their own favorite device. DataCore doesn't care. The feature set we bring to the table will work on your favorite or your not-so-favorite device, because we have the same set of rich, advanced virtualization servers that spans model and price point boundary, and it leads them to have the highest availability and best use of their resources at the best cost. And what it means is not having to relearn software or throw away hardware as new hardware replaces older gear. It just allows you to move from one account to the other. So what we like to say is that it brings hardware interchangeability to the end user. Now, I won't read these, but I just wanted to show, these are also on our website. This is what IDC said, and the Tenasia group says about them. And you can find out that IDC and other people are realizing that the software approach provides major business advantage. And I will say this, that IDC said that choose a storage virtualization software that is not tied to any one hardware vendor. So I think you should have a good sense of the decisive competitive advantage that DataCore brings to the table. At the end of the day, DataCore, we remove those storage-related barriers that can stall all of your virtualization deals. It puts you, Mr. VAR, in such a position to address new normal in IT diversity. And then you can go after the big cloud, the big data and the private cloud initiatives that are lurking around the corner that you didn't know what solution you were going to provide for them. Or can you compete in that space because you're not real sure? You can with DataCore. Now you can chase anybody because you have a solution that works. And these are just some of the reasons that you want to incorporate DataCore into your portfolio. You know, everybody's seen the success of virtualization projects that they hinge on so much storage. Well, DataCore, we give you the software to architect the most viable, the most profitable, and fully three-dimensional solutions. Servers, desktop, and storage devices you have to work with will vary from account to account. But your signature design, once you set it up, your design principles and your solutions, they become your blueprint that you can repeat time and time again. So, I believe that I've eliminated the question you have is, what do I do next? The first thing you want to do is attend the technical webinar every other Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. The next one is October 22nd at 2 p.m. You'll find that on our website, www.datacore.com. Down at the bottom, you'll see webcast. In parallel, while you're looking at the webinar, circle back, go back and look at your active virtualization projects and your install base, and relook at them from the perspective of quoting DataCore software, and your Lifeboat rep can help you do that. Then get your technical team together and get them certified by attending a class at Lifeboat, and get them certified on how to design the solution architect and implement these rich opportunities so that you too can make money and be with me in the third dimension with DataCore software and Lifeboat as your distributor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your listening. I hope that you've learned something, and I'll turn it back over to Don.
All right, Betty. You know what? Thank you so much. I think you gave a very clear and detailed look at just exactly how our resellers can benefit from partnering with DataCore and selling the SAN Symphony V solution. There's a lot of margin out there to be made and a lot of opportunity in this space that continues to grow and increase opportunity to our resellers. So I'm going to jump ahead now to the questions that I said that I would ask at the end of this presentation. And my first question is going to be, never mind what you see on your screen right here, I have other questions instead. We're going to start with, and let me just set this up for you properly, folks. I'm going to ask a question. Please enter your answer in the chat area on the right side of the screen. And the first person who gives the right answer will win. So for question number one, we're going to give away a $50 gift card. And what I'd like to know is, based on the information Betty just provided, how many of you will fill out a partner application on the DataCore website? So if you intend to fill out a partner application on the DataCore website, just enter into the chat area that yes, you're going to do that, and first name I see, we will get you a $50 gift card. So go right ahead and enter that answer. If you're going to sign up and fill out a partner application on DataCore's website, let me know right now, please. In the meantime, back to your questions. If you have any questions about anything you just heard here today, please enter those questions so that we can cover that with you at the end of the presentation as well. All right. Let's see here. While I'm waiting for an answer to that first question, and that's not a trick question, by the way, folks. That's just, you know, tell us who's going to sign up on the DataCore website, who's going to fill out the partner application, and the first name that I see pop up, I will send you a $50 gift card. All right, we're going to move on now because time is getting short and I know we can't hang around all day. I'll give you a second question to work with. Question number 2, if anyone can tell me who you would consider to be a DataCore competitor, please enter that into the chat area and send that information over to me. If you were paying attention to Betty's presentation, she talked a lot about who DataCore bumps up against in trying to help reduce the sales cycle for virtualization projects. So give me an answer to that, and this one is also for a $50 gift card. And then I'm going to go on to the third question for you today, and this is the one that is going to be for a certificate from Lifeboat Distribution to give you half off of DCIE education and certification. So what that means is at the next class that Lifeboat is holding, if you can answer this question, we'll reduce your cost to attend by half. And this DataCore implementation engineering certification will give you the ability to provide the professional services that go along with your sale of DataCore software. All right, and for this one, my question is, let's see here. Does DataCore add value to your product line offering today? So in other words, if you are selling virtualization solutions today, based on what Betty was able to explain today, does DataCore look like it's a fit for your current portfolio, and will you decide to partner with DataCore going forward? Okay. All right, I've got a couple of answers to the first two questions. So the first winner is Jack Quinn, and Jack, we will be happy to send you a gift card for $50. Thank you for playing today. And for question number 2, I have an answer from Ken James. And so Ken, I thank you for playing, and we will also send you a $50 gift card. Now, for that last question, does DataCore provide an opportunity for you to expand your portfolio of virtualization solutions? Somebody give me an answer while I go through a quick repeat of the call to action, and we'll wrap this up. So please do as as Betty recommended, visit the DataCore website. Up there you will find product information, including video clips, all the case studies, all the marketing and sales material that you need, and you can also register for DataCore's next technical demo on Monday, October 22nd. You should also check out the partner page because if you fill out that application to be a partner, you'll have access to the partner portal that is rich with resources. It also allows you to register your deals, or you can have your Lifeboat rep help you with that. And that's the third piece to our call to action. If you want to schedule a deeper dive demo, we can help set that up. Aside from checking out the DataCore technical demo, we'll help you with any opportunity, give you pricing and pre-sales assistance. So if there's anything that Lifeboat can do for you to help get you launched in this virtualization storage space, selling solutions and making money, that's what we're here for, and we're happy to do it. Okay. I do also want to mention, let me go back one slide, I do also want to mention, or 2 slides, that DataCore in Q4 would love to assist you with any customer opportunity and to reward you for introducing DataCore into your accounts. DataCore will reward you with a $25 gift card for any introductions you can make to your accounts that have projects where DataCore can assist with an on-site visit or even a phone call or a demo, you know, to a CIO, to an IT manager or a key contact. If you have active projects that you think you can introduce DataCore into, please get DataCore involved by contacting your Lifeboat rep here. We will set everything up so that DataCore can give you the assistance you need. They will do the heavy lifting, and we will be more than pleased to work with you to help get you selling more DataCore software in Q4. Okay, Betty, any last words, anything you'd like to add?
No, thank you. I will be at Lifeboat Cost Channel Connection, and that will be next week. And you told me the booth number, and what was that booth number again?
That is booth number 314, Betty.
314, one of my favorite numbers. Okay, guys, please stop by and say hello to me. I'll have also Armin, who will be a technical contact that will be at the event as well. So if you got technical questions, some of you may have, and I'm not your technical expert, so he will be there if you want to send a member of your team or you come by personally. And thank you so much for attending. Lifeboat, thank you for hosting this event. Don, I really appreciate working with you, as always, and your team. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you so much, Betty. Thank you to everyone who attended today. You can look tomorrow for an email of thanks for attending today. It will include a link to the recorded webinar. So if you want to share that with your colleagues, please do so. It's a great opportunity for them to learn more about DataCore as well. That's it then, folks. Thanks again. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you next week in Atlantic City. Bye now.
Bye-bye.